name is Tanya Rauch-Williams. I work for Corolla Engineers and I'm the chair of the Innovative Water Technology Committee under the Rocky Mountain Water Environment Association. And we are also a LIFT affiliate. So this year we are organizing a national workshop on intelligent water systems to be held in June. With me today is Abigail Intellivision, who is serving as our steering committee chair for this workshop. Hello, Abigail.
Hi, Tanya. How are you doing? Thanks for the introduction. My name's Abigail Intellivision. I work for Denver Water, and in my role, I'm responsible for leading our team that works on One Water Solutions. And I am really excited to be chairing this workshop that we're doing, focusing with the LIFT program and the Rocky Mountain Region affiliate on intelligent water systems.
Wonderful. And Abigail has served in this role as the workshop chair since December last year. So Abigail, how did the idea for this workshop come about, and what is the workshop setting out to do?
Great questions, Tanya. The idea for this workshop came around because we really wanted to focus on expanding the conversation about intelligent water systems outside of wastewater and bring it into drinking water, water reuse, the holistic water cycle, and get some perspectives from around the water community about how the concept and approach of intelligent water can be applied not only inside the fence, but outside the fence as well.
Yeah, so as our committee, we've had a lot of events over the past years focused really on wastewater, and there was also a focus of LIFT. But this topic really lends itself to bridge water and drinking water utilities, as you have described. So what is going to be the format of the workshop in terms of presentation or interaction?
Well, what's interesting is we were going to have this as an in-person workshop to be held in August of this year. And as with many of us, we are looking at how we can pivot and still find some really interesting and fun ways to convey information and to engage with other experts in our field. What we've actually decided to do is bring this workshop timing forward a bit. So we'll be holding this workshop virtually over the course of 2 days in June of this year. And what we'll be doing is essentially combining it with some open plenary sessions, followed by specific smaller group workshops. So what's been really neat is, despite the fact that we had to change the format, we're now able to open it up to a broader audience and have a little bit of a break to give people time to refresh between each day.
Great. So what are some of the topics that we are covering with that workshop? Could you describe the first and second day?
Absolutely. So our first and second day right now, as I mentioned, this is structured in a 2-day format. So it will be afternoons on June 17th and 18th, as you can see up here from our announcement and the registration link. How it will be structured on each day is we'll start with an open plenary for 90 minutes and then move to the workshop sessions. The first day is going to start and open in the open plenary with essentially a state of the industry discussion from the LIFT staff to talk through what are intelligent water systems, what are the concepts, what are the current state of knowledge, and what opportunities are there to be involved. So that will be the start, which will be great to set the tone for the entire conversation. And then in the first day, we'll be talking about, as a start, really some of those administrative and training and staffing and empowerment strategies, so that when these new technologies are being implemented, how do we empower our teams and get our staff enabled to implement them effectively across the organization. Then we'll move into a comparison of intelligent water across drinking water and wastewater and distribution and collection systems. And then we'll be talking through digital twins for wastewater treatment plants and how they can be used to help operators both operate and optimize their systems remotely, which, as we all know today, everybody's looking at options for remote work and how to be able to access information and grow even when you're not in your field, in your place of business or your office. The second day, we'll be opening up with the topic of smart water networks and what those are, how they play into this conversation, followed by some more case studies on real-time decision support using plant operational data, a comparison of how small utilities implement these techniques. One would be an off-the-shelf concept, another would be an in-house organically grown solution, and then also talking about how data as a service and asset management lend themselves to this conversation. So it should be a great holistic 2 days that covers some highly technological solutions and also talk through the administrative and the business support tools and the cultural empowerment steps that are really helpful so that utilities can implement these effectively.
Yes, great concept, because the topic is challenging the ideas out there, as you said, digital twins that are quite futuristic in a way, and yet utilities, it's a big leap from them, for some of them, just to go to SCADA and even think beyond SCADA and how they would ever implement, any kind of intelligent water system. So big leap there. It's great that we're covering both of these areas. So it might be interesting, Abigail, since you're working for Denver Water, to get an idea of how your organization thinks about intelligent water systems and maybe some of the challenges of implementing solutions you know of in your own organizations, how you're approaching that, and what you're hoping to get out of that workshop for Denver Water specifically.
Absolutely. One of the things that we talked about earlier, Tanya, was how one of the big intentions is to start to engage more broadly across the water and wastewater sector. And with the LIFT program now looking to bring more conversation that can cut across those sectors, I'm certainly excited that Denver Water has an opportunity to participate and learn in this. As we're looking at intelligent water, some of our key interests are how can we apply these principles to information in our distribution system so that we can improve our customer service, that we can respond more quickly to any sort of changes that we see, whether it is in quality or hydraulics within our distribution system, and over the long term, how we can look at optimizing our facilities in our distribution system based on how water is being used, and then working with our customers on actually coordinating their water use patterns to minimize impacts on all of our distribution facilities. So it can be a range of anything from urgent emergency outages and how we can better service our customers on those ad hoc one-off activities, all the way to long-term planning, so that as we're looking at serving our customers and what infrastructure we need in our distribution system, how do we marry that with what we know about how our customers are using water, and how can we make our decisions differently based on that intimate and detailed knowledge of our water use patterns.
Very interesting, because in a different context, but very similar questions are coming up on how we are using intelligent water systems on the collection system side. So that would be great to have both parties at the workshop and exchanging these perspectives. Great. Well, just to summarize one more time, the workshop will happen on June 17th and 18th. And I would like to thank a few people who are helping and supporting Abigail with the planning of this. So there's the LIFT Steering Committee members, Barry Liner from WEF, Walter Graf, Frank Balaha, David Maroney from the Water Research Foundation, Ben Stanford with Hazen and Sawyer, and Aaron Fisher and Fidan Karimova from LIFT. So with that, we hope you take advantage of this event. You see here the registration link. This link will also be advertised on LIFT's webpage, RMWEA webpage, and email announcements. So we hope to see you there. Thank you.